Marwan, who's joining us, Marwan Muasher from Copenhagen. He's a former Foreign Minister of Jordan and Jordan's first ambassador to Israel following the 1994 peace treaty. A warm welcome to the programme, sir. So Jordan's King Abdullah has called on both sides, Israel and Palestine, to exercise restraint. Is that realistic at this stage?
I think we are probably in for a very long conflict, Katie. This is the direct result, in my opinion, of locking people up in a big prison for 20 years. I mean, one cannot expect these people to behave, to behave nicely, if you want. And I think we might have been surprised that of the extent of the operation, but it shouldn't come as no surprise that the operation took place. In my view, the international community bears some responsibility for this when you don't give people a political horizon and you keep them locked up for decades. It is not unexpected that they would not accept to stay peaceful.
Now, the Arab League has yet to issue a statement or convene a ministerial council meeting. How challenging will it be to achieve a unified position among Arab states?
It will be, I mean, at the popular level, the reaction is clear. People are glad that this is taking place. People want a breakthrough in a situation that has seen a stalemate for far too long. At the official level, I think the efforts center around just bringing back a truce, bringing back quiet to the region. But in my view, we are not going back to the status quo ante. There is no way that this time, we can achieve a truce and behave as if nothing has happened. A lot of people have been killed on both sides. What is needed now, and I don't think this will happen, but what is needed is a political process. Frankly, Katie, to end the occupation. This occupation has gone on for far too long. And as long as there is an occupation, one cannot just expect the Palestinians to stay quiet and to accept their fate.
And what do you make of the mixed reaction from the Middle East?
At the official level, we have many Arab countries that have either signed agreements with Israel or are on their way to sign agreements with Israel. Israel has stated for a long time that these agreements are proof that it can forge peace agreements with the Arab world without having to come to terms with the Palestinians. What has happened shows us clearly that this position is a false one, that without coming to terms with the Palestinians, it doesn't matter how many agreements Israel can forge with the Arab world if it is not able to forge peace with people living, amongst them. If the Palestinians don't get to exercise their self-determination and acquire their basic rights, we are not going to see peace in the Middle East anytime soon.
And how concerned are you of a spillover effect into Jordan if tensions continue to escalate?
I don't think that, at this point in time, there will be a spillover to Jordan. I think the Palestinians are not accepting their fate, as I said. I think that their focus today is against Israel, against the occupation, and that is going to stay for a while, in my view.
We're just looking at live footage of Gaza right now, huge plumes of black smoke smothering the sky. Speculation is rife now that Hamas did not act alone. What's your view?
I don't know. I mean, there are no indications yet that Hamas has acted on behalf of Iran, for example, or any other group. The United States Secretary of State has indicated that so far there is no proof of any outside intervention. But again, the fact of the matter, Katie, and I keep going back to that, the fact of the matter is one cannot expect people to be locked up in a prison for over 20 years and remain peaceful. This is expected. And if the international community is surprised at this, I would, I would say they need to have another look.
Okay, and King Abdullah has also said that cooperation between Jordan and the EU is vital to achieving peace in the region. How's that?
I think, there are many steps to be taken. One, of course, is to stop the bloodshed. And the international community has to play a part with Jordan, with Egypt, with Arab states in general. But one cannot just stop at achieving, a truce or a stop in bloodshed. If just that is achieved, we are going to go back to square one. I don't think that is possible. We have to launch a political process that ends the occupation, in my view. Short of this, short of giving the Palestinians a political horizon, that their future is not what it is today, of being locked up forever. Short of this, I don't think that we will be able to achieve a lasting peace.
And you don't think that it's too late for a political process?
Well, it's not too late if the end game is clear, and the end game must be to end the occupation. We cannot talk about a political process that have negotiations go on forever. We have tried this, with the Oslo Accord, and it did not work. 30 years after Oslo, the end game must be an end to the occupation.
And what do you make of the US's stance, standing by Israel so very strongly?
I think it's leaving a bad taste in the Arab world in general. After all, the US is ignoring the basic fact, which is that these people are under occupation and they are resisting such an occupation. So it is not fair, it is not accurate to call these people terrorists or, militants. Yes, they are engaging in violent activity, but it is the direct result of a lack of a political process. The United States has not been involved in a political process with the Palestinians and the Israelis for the last 10 years. So to ignore the issue for far this long, to focus the issue on only achieving peace agreements with the Arab world and forgetting about the Palestinians, one cannot expect the Palestinians just to stay silent.
All right, Marwan, thank you so very much indeed. We really appreciate your time. Pleasure to have you on the programme from Copenhagen, the former Foreign Minister of Jordan and Jordan's first ambassador to Israel following the 1994 peace treaty.